Hello, sisters, and happy Tuesday. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our weekly live card poll. Can't tell you how excited I am to be with you guys every Tuesday in this group and to just co-create with you with these beautiful, beautiful cards. So as you were hopping on, say hello. Let me know where you are watching from. Comment 1, 2, or 3. And I will pull your card for you today. And I had to restart my computer, which is why I'm a couple minutes late. And this is always a common theme where technology and I have this really love-hate excuse me, love-hate relationship. So thank you for your patience, and I'm excited to dive in. So if you're watching the replay, make sure to comment as well, because I always love to come back and support you guys and the questions that you have, the downloads that you're getting, and the inspiration that comes through with these goddesses. So a couple of things before we dive in and start with our grounding meditation. The first thing is, if you haven't already listened to our podcast, we're asking for your support. Jen and I have a commitment to talk about hard things. We have a commitment to talk about everything from money to spirituality to business, health, and relationships. And your support means so much because it helps us continue to offer free, high quality content. It continues to allow us to get really top notch guests on our podcast. So if you haven't already, make sure to, I guess it's not subscribe anymore, it's follow, but make sure to follow the Soul Ascend podcast. And then also, make sure to write a review if you love it. Leave a 5-star review. And if you're having a hard time finding it, you can go to soulascendpodcast.com, which will direct you to the podcast. Or if you just search in Apple Podcast Soul Ascend, you'll be able to find it. But we really appreciate your reviews. We really appreciate your follows. We really appreciate you listening, because it really is our fun zone. We have so much fun recording, and we want to continue to do it because we have a contract with fun. We have a contract with educating you guys. We have a contract with offering you guys mentorship and support in a free way. So this allows us to continue to do that. All right. Cool. So who is watching? Go ahead and say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. Hello, Mary Beth. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you love it. Thank you so much. Yay. Okay. So what we're going to do here is let me know where you're watching from. Comment 1, 2, or 3. We're going to start with our grounding meditation, and then we're going to get started. Cool? So go ahead and close your eyes. Get your feet really rooted into the earth. So go ahead and pick up your toes. And then starting with your pinky toe, place them back down on the floor one at a time. Feel the sit bones rooted into the earth. Feel the face soften as the eyes deepen into the skull. Anchoring the thinking mind to the breath. Letting go. Letting go of worries, letting go of thoughts, letting go of distractions, letting go of that to-do list. Letting go and surrendering to the present moment. Feeling the constriction in the back of the throat and the ebb and flow of the breath. I'd like you to set an intention for a time together today. Where do you seek guidance? Where do you get to have support? Where do you get to ask for help? I'd like you to take 3 more slow breaths as you complete your intention. As we do that, calling on the highest good. And when you're ready, you can blink the eyes open. Okay. Having a hard time between 2 and 3, says Mary Beth. Okay, well, maybe we can pick both for you today. How does that sound? All right, so if you picked number 1, this is the card that you picked. Saraswati, who is the Hindu goddess of mastery. And this card was upside down. It was pulled upside down. So, as we're looking at mastery, I think for a lot of us, the quote, it's like the master of all is the master of none, right? The Jane of all trades is the master of none. And while I feel that to be true, I also feel like we have seasons in our life, we have milestones, we have cycles in our life and in our business that really asks of us to become a master in a certain thing. And today, what I'm asking you to become a master of, or what Saraswati is saying, is how do you become a master of business with your values? And I think when we do that, we can separate the ego self from the soul self and tap into our soul set instead of the mindset piece. And what I mean by that is intuition. So it might be number ones that you're starting a lot of projects and you might be stopping some of them. You might be letting outside influences get in the way because the ego, the logic, tells us that we need the validation from others to be able to move forward on things. And so this card is really all about business and self-mastery. How do you become a master at your craft? Well, often if we're feeling fragmented, if we're feeling confused, it means that there's a disconnect between our actions and our soul, our actions and our values, our actions and that one thing that really lights us up. Because when we're so lit up by our business and our projects, and we align them with the things that are important to us, there is no way people are not going to be attracted to you. There is no way customers and clients are not going to be coming your way. There is no way. So I want you to look at some of the aspects of your personal life and your business that have been nudging you and calling you, but you've been too busy to pay attention to, right? You might be getting a nudge to become a Reiki master or to go back to school or to become a certified meditation teacher. This might be that nudge that you keep getting and getting and getting and getting, but you've been ignoring because the logical mind says that it's not going to serve you. But intuitively, you keep getting the nudge because it's what your subconscious wants from you. It's what your heart is telling you. Is any of this landing for you guys? I want you to offer the commitment of your time and energy into the things that are important to you and not in the hustle and bustle of the everyday life. All right? That is what Saraswati is asking of you in this card. Number 2. So if you pick number 2, go ahead and comment number 2. Number 2. So if you pick number 2, you picked, this is a card that has come through a lot. This is the Lakota goddess white buffalo calf woman. And she represents reverence. And how I see this is deep-seated respect. Deep-seated respect. Now is the time for you, number twos, to look at your business and your personal life through the lens of peace, love, and of harmony. It's time to let go of egoic attachments. It's a time to let go of judgment. It's time to let go of the approval of others. And it's time to really lean in to your highest vibration, your most authentic self. It's time to let go of the right and the wrong and the good and the bad, and instead just be. And just be because you feel. And you want to do the things that feel good and that are of the highest good. This card is just about being humble and about, being compassionate with yourself and being compassionate with others. And I'm going to keep it as simple as that, right? So I would love to hear how this is landing for you, number twos. And the last one that I'm picking is the goddess of wisdom, the Greek goddess of wisdom, Metis. How amazing is this card? And her third eye chakra and her crown chakra are just beaming, beaming, beaming. This card is all about beaming magical light. So the thing about this card is for you, number threes, if you look at this card, she's beaming and she is like a bright, magical light. And this is the request of you to stop playing small and that it's time to play big. You don't have time to play small anymore, number threes. You don't have time to discount your big vision because the world needs you to play big. Right? And you might think you've been playing big, but she is saying you can play even bigger. You can quantum leap. You can boom, bam, baby. You can boom, bam. This is what her head is really doing. It's like boom, bam, boom, bam, boom, bam. This is my favorite phrase and why we started the BAM Academy. So Metis wants you to know that you have an abundance of love and support around you, and you have all of the resources you need to boom, bam. To have imagine yourself in this huge headdress where your third eye is just so open, and your crown chakra is just so open, and you're this bright, beaming light. This is how the world gets to see you, and this is how you get to see yourself. So no more playing small, number threes. If you've been playing big, this is your invitation to play even bigger. Cool? Awesome. And that is all I have for you. So I'm going to come back in here and read comments as you're watching the replay, and I will respond to your comments. And again, your support means so much. So don't forget to listen to this week's Soul Ascend podcast. It's a juicy one. We have 2 of our community members in, and we coach them, and we talk about some real outside the box stuff. And so if you're loving the episodes, make sure to leave a review, make sure to share, and follow us. So have a beautiful rest of your week, and thank you so much for joining me. Bye-bye.